Hi guys, it's Jonathan from Train, and this is the first of our Follow Me stretch routines. This is a 5-minute routine for the hips and the glutes. So the ideal time to do these routines would be just before bed, and you can see the link below for the other videos in the series. The only equipment that you're going to need is a mat, or if you're doing this at home, you just need a couple of cushions, something to keep you comfortable, especially if you're going down onto your knees. Okay, so we're going to start the routine. We're going to move into our hips. Just remember always to focus on your breathing deep in through your nose and out through your mouth. So we're coming into our first stretch, our hip flexor stretch. So I would start the stretch just with one knee down, one foot out in front, bringing your hands down on the inside here. We're just going to lift up onto our back leg. That leg that's extended behind, I'm making sure that I'm thinking about squeezing that glute and really lengthening that leg out. So I'm going to offer you a couple of different variations for this stretch, ways that you can make it a wee bit easier or harder if you need to. You come down onto your knee, you can hold that stretch there. You can just lift up, so we can do a modified hip flexor stretch, thinking about lengthening the tailbone and just pushing forward from there. If you did want to make that stretch harder, I'm going to show you another variation that we'll do on the other side. Just a few more seconds on this side. Okay, we're going to change over there. So again, we're holding these stretches for about a minute, and we're going to lift up there. So again, if you've modified this so you've gone onto the knee, that's absolutely fine. You just do the version that suits you best. So one way that you could make this stretch a bit more challenging, although I have to say this is a wee bit beyond me, if we're thinking about bringing elbows down onto the floor, sitting here. Have to make sure though that you're not just tipping over to one side. If we can, we're trying to keep the hips square, and I'm always thinking about lengthening that back leg out and squeezing the glute. So you might find with some of these stretches, especially if you're really tight, these are not necessarily very comfortable positions to hold. That is something that hopefully over time starts to get a little bit easier. Just a couple more seconds and we're going to move on to the glutes. Okay, so moving into the glutes now, you're coming into this stretch lying on your back. Our first variation that we're going to do is cross the leg over. We're going to come under with the hands, interlace the fingers, lean back from there. So all I'm thinking about doing is pulling my shoulders back into the floor, and we're holding that position. If you get any difficulty going into that position, there's a couple of things that you can do. We can, if you're struggling to grab this leg, we can just use the hands on this leg directly, one on the knee and one just very gently in the ankle, and we're just pulling back a little bit from there, making sure that you're not putting too much tension on your leg. You're just keeping a little bit of a bend in the knee and pulling from there. If you are using your fingers, just think about relaxing back, so we're not trying to wrench the knee in, not trying to force anything, just focus on your breathing. Couple more seconds. We're going to change sides there. Pick up that leg, again, pulling in, pull from there. So it's really important whenever you're stretching, your breathing is key. Thinking about breathing in through your nose. Breathing in for a count of 5 if you can, out for a count of 5. I do like to stretch before I go to bed. There are some positive benefits to stretching, and one of them is that it can sometimes clear your head a little bit, especially if you're focusing on your breathing. And throughout the rest of this series, we're going to explore different areas of the body, and throughout the week, you will hit all of your main muscle groups if you're following this wee routine. Just a couple more seconds on this side. Okay, I'm going to relax that there. So thanks for taking part in the very first Follow Me stretch routine. As I mentioned, you can find the other workouts in the series below. If you've got any questions, you can leave a comment below. As always, I'll see you in the next video. Done. Okay, so we're going to move into our glutes. Coming around onto your back, we're going to lie back, and there's my... There's Florence coming to say hello. You want to come and help me? You want to come and help me? Come and help me then. No, I was sort of in the middle of it, but that's okay. Are you going to help me stretch? We're stretching. Right, what are we stretching? We're going to stretch our glutes. Okay, you going to help me? We're here. Cross your leg over. Lie back.